What's up, Spec Nation? It's Empire Comics back with a new haul video. In this video, I'm going to show you the books I picked up over the last like 3 or 4 weeks. I haven't been able to make a video with them. I didn't have time. I had 2 shipments that were lost in the mail. I finally got them I think a week or 2 ago, and I've been waiting to make a video because it's a lot of books. I mean, I got this stack right here and another stack the same size right off to the side. So it's books I got in the mail and books I might have picked up at a local comic shop around the way in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I got some spec buys, some first appearances, some 80s, 90s nostalgia buys. But you know how we do. Before we get into the books, if you like hunting for low budget keys, weekly comic book hauls, CGC unboxings, and new comic book a day spec buys, then click subscribe, smash that like button, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. Alright, that out of the way, I wanted to talk to you about the first 3 books I got. I'm a speculator, a flipper, whatever you want to call it. I know that's a bad word to some in this community, but at the top of my list, I'm a comic book reader, I'm a collector, I'm a speculator, and I'm a flipper. And for the most part, flippers get a bad rep, but a lot of people do, like myself, that we pre-order the books ahead of time. We let the shops know ahead of time how many copies we want, etc. But on top of that, then you have like my situation where my LCS, they get a lot of books on New Comic Book Day, and sometimes a hot book will still be on the wall a week or 2 later. And in that case, I'll go back and I'll grab me a few more copies and sell them and put the money towards a book I want or for next week's New Comic Book Day books. But in this situation, if you follow my Instagram, you saw that in the last month, I got a few copies of the first appearance of Spider-Boy, Spider-Man 7. And I was also able to grab a few more copies of Spider-Man 8. I had a few copies of the World Tree Era print. I sold all those, made a nice profit. I was able to sell those and get 3 books that were on my wish list, 3 books that I wanted for a while, and 3 books that mean a lot to me. The first one is from Marvel Comics Godzilla issue 1 from Marvel in 1977. This was Godzilla's first US ongoing series. As a child, I was a huge fan of Godzilla, and I always wanted to get this one, so I'm glad to have that. Alright, the next one I got is another 80s buy. It's Silverhawks issue 1 from the 80s cartoon Silverhawks. If you guys know, I love my 80s, 90s cartoons. I try to collect all the first appearances or first issues of the cartoons I watched when I was a kid, and that's one that I was wanting for a while. I was able to pick the nice good copy at a decent price. And this last one on my list, I picked it up right before Super Mario came out. This is Adventures of Super Mario Brothers issue 1. It's not the mintiest copy, but with a nice clean and press, I can bump it up a few grades, and I've wanted this one for a while, and I'm glad I jumped on it right before the prices took off when the movie came out. You know, I sell a few books, I get the books I really wanted, the money stays in the community, it stays in the hobby, or I put it towards my next week's New Comic Book Day books. I continue on with this haul. We got some more 80s vibes. We got Star Trek vs. Transformers issue 1 from IDW. This one, the Transformers 80s animated series meets the Star Trek animated series. The Star Trek people being down onto a planet and then go right into the middle of a battle between the Autobots and Decepticons. They had one recently. It was Transformers versus Back to the Future. I picked that one up as well. I hope they continue that. That's stuff from my childhood. This next one is Miles Morales issue 1. This is from volume 2. This is the Bengal variant. I grabbed this one. Just a cool variant, and it has also, we have on here, we have the Spider-Rex, we got the new Handicap Spider-Man, and some others. It also has the first appearance of Raneem, who later becomes Rabble. Alright, next up we got Angela, Asgard's Assassin, issue 1. This has the first appearance of Sierra, the lover of Angela, and the first appearance of Lolsa. This is Thor's younger sister. In the current series, she's grown up a little bit and she's playing a little role in there. So I wanted to get her first appearance. We never know if they bring her into the MCU or in just comics in general. Alright, the next one I have is Avengers Volume 5, Issue 2. This is by Jonathan Hickman. This has the first appearance of the Builders. The Builders are said to be the universe's oldest race. They also build some construct to manipulate or control time and space and time. With the whole multiversal thing coming into play and Kang and time and space, we might see the Builders. On this next one, I pick it up whenever I find it out there on the low, is Daredevil issue 13 from 2019 by Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cichetta. This has the first appearance of Butch, who is said to be Kingpin's newest son and the second Kingpin. Alright, this next one here is The Rise of Kylo Ren issue 1 by Charles Soule and art by Clayton Crane. This has the origin of Kylo Ren, the first appearance of Vo, a Jedi, and the first appearance of Ren, the leader of the New Republic's Knights of Ren. I wanted this one for a while. I'm a big fan of Kylo Ren. with all the new Star Wars news coming out. Who knows if he'll come back or if they'll do something with him. Alright, these next ones are some Mephisto spec. I have a Mephisto video coming soon, but I'll show you these three real quick. This is Heroes Return, issue 1, written by Jason Aaron, art by Ed McGuinness. This has the first appearance of the Council of Red, which is like the Council of Reed or the Council of Kang, but Mephisto. Alright, this next one's a sleeper for me. This is Universe X issue 0. This has the first appearance of Mephisto from Earth X, which is Earth 9997. This Mephisto was never a demon. This Mephisto was one of the first deviants, and then was mutated and manipulated by the Celestial's first host. He possibly became known as the devil because of how he looked, and people just called him the devil and he ran with it. According to his origin, he learned a number of secrets of the universe, secrets from the Celestials. He became aware of He Who Remains and of the Timekeepers. And the whole thing with China not wanting demons in movies, if they say he's a deviant like this, and we just got Deviants and Eternals, what, like 2 or 3 years ago, they could go this route. So I picked up 2 copies of that one. And then we have issue 10 that has his origin, and all these were done by Alex Ross, these covers, which are beautiful. Alright, this next one is ADW Upshots, Marjorie Finnegan Temporal Criminal issue 1. It was hard to find this one because once it was optioned back in December, all the copies went flying off the shelves. But I have like a want list, and I get a notification whenever a book becomes available on the website for me. And as soon as it became available, I grabbed it. I could see it becoming a movie easily, and they already had the director from Venom and Uncharted linked for it. So I picked up that copy. And then as soon as that one came in the mail, I was looking through books at my LCS, and I saw this one. So I grabbed it. I couldn't leave it there. For cover price, why not? Alright, this next one's a fairly new book. This is Bishop War College issue 2. This has the first appearance of Professor X as a black man. And you know, recently there were rumors that the gentleman that plays Darth Maul, I forget his name, that he wanted to play Professor X. If he does, this is the first time we see Professor X as a black man. So I grabbed 2 copies. Matter of fact, 3. And then we got from Image, No One issue 1, written by Cal Higgins. That's the gentleman who's doing Radiant Black. When this came out, I couldn't find it anywhere on any LCS around me, which is rare because the shops around me usually have multiple copies of hot books. So I really quick ordered this online when it was available, and I got 2 copies of it. And then I got also the second printing. I haven't read it yet, but I hear a lot of good things. We'll see what's up with that. And then some cover buys. This is Ric Flair, or codename Ric Flair. This was issue 1. This is the one shot. This is cover A. When it first came out, I was only able to get cover C, but I wanted to get cover A and B as well. It's basically about Ric Flair, the wrestler, who's an international secret agent. This is cover B with him with the robe. I had to get that, man. Alright, next up we got all these here are the final Alex Ross Villain Timeless variants that I was missing out on. There were 37 covers in all. These are the last few that I was missing. This is the Deadpool 6, which is the Mall Man. See that there. We have Loki, which is Thor 33. Apocalypse, which is Sinister Dominion issue 1. Abomination, which is Hulk issue 14. Sandman, Red Goblin issue 3. The Vulture, ASM issue 24. One of my favorite villains, Thanos, Warlock, Rebirth issue 1. I had to get 2. And another dope one, Galactus. This is Avengers Assemble Omega issue 1. I grabbed 2 of those. Well, alright guys, that's all the books I have for this haul. Thanks for sticking to the end of the video. Let me know what you thought about the books in the comments below, and keep an eye out for those mystery boxes. But until next time, keep specking. Later.